We're in the Philippines, in Manila, and it's hot. But we're also going to do the thing we do where we go visit a Harley dealership in a really far off place. So this is a bit nicer than where I'm staying. I mean, I'm staying in a decent hotel, but the neighborhood around it is not as cosmopolitan, let's say, as what we got right here where the Harley shop is. Now, this is the first thing I've ever seen. Harley shop, of course, but I mean, you know, we all know that Harley dealerships have kind of raised their status for the last couple of years, but never seen one in the same building as Shangri-La Residences before. If you know anything about that, the Shangri-La is a really high-end hotel chain in Asia, and they have Shangri-La Residences, which are very, very expensive apartments that are part of the hotel. It's kind of like the Four Seasons, how they have apartments also. Never seen a Harley shop in such an upscale building before, but we're going to see what they got. I see a Road Glide already, so they don't have the little... I want to see if they have the tiny bikes, you know, the little ones that we can't get in the States. So let's hop on in and have fun. Hey, look, a black Street Glide. We're just talking about the fact they have a lot of black bikes. So an ST and an Ultra and a couple others. But they also got this guy, which I have not seen in person yet. Had to go to the Philippines to see a Tobacco Fade ST in person. Tankin looks cool. So this is launched today here in the Philippines? Yeah. Like this is the day. Wow. Totally by accident. That's cool. You know where they have one? If you're in Asia, come pick it up. And then we've got Pan Ams and Fat Bob, and I don't remember what that's called. Sport Glide, that's it. And a Heritage and an S. And then, of course, motor clothes, man. Like, it's a pretty cool shop. One of the better ones I've seen. That one in Argentina takes the cake, I think, just because it's all brick and historic building and stuff. But this is a really nice shop. Incredibly nice people. Because sometimes I've been, you know, with some a little standoffish in travel. This is a really neat shop. So if you're in Manila, come by and grab a t-shirt or something. They've got all the whatnots. You were saying there's another store, though. Yeah. Service isn't done here. Service is done in another store. Do they sell bikes and stuff there, too? Or is it just... Okay, so it's a whole...
Another showroom with service at the back. It's about 30 minutes from...
Okay. But how many bikes are on the showroom there?
Right now, I'm not so sure.
As many as here, or? No, okay. All right, so space is an issue, you know? But they got 24s, so the opposite of Bodine's bike. He's got the Cocaine Cowboy. And then we got a Street Glide here. I haven't done it yet, but I'm thinking a lot about a black Street Glide, but with a chrome motor. I know it's funny, but I've been thinking a lot about a new Street Glide as of late. I want to ride one, spend some time in the saddle. It doesn't matter if it's Road Glide or Street Glide. Just want to try out the new infotainment and all that stuff. New rims are cool. I like the new bikes. You know, like this still isn't really for me. You know, this is still kind of Cyclopsy, but I bet you somebody's going to come out with a really cool like aftermarket headlight that'll fix that. But I love the new Batwing. The smaller shops, I got to find something else to do. But they were the nicest freaking people. Hung out, offered me a sandwich. Like they just brought in sandwiches for the whole team, and they're like, "Oh, you want lunch?" Like the nicest. That's the Philippines, though. People are nice here. So what a neat shop. So if you're in the Philippines, whatever, stop by, grab a t-shirt, man. They have a lot of cool stuff. I didn't grab one this time simply because y'all know I'm more into like the 70s stuff, and there's just kind of modern, yeah, brother, looking shirts, which is fine, you know, which is typically fine. But you know, on to the next place. We'll go back to the hotel and have a drink or 26, and get ready to fly to Singapore tomorrow. Side note. The cars are a lot cooler here, man. Like, they had a Ford SUV called the Everest. Real, like, it's a little diesel, very off-roady. We need them in the States. Look at this dude. He's done all the coolness to his Land Cruiser. It's like he played a bunch of Gran Turismo and said, I want a Land Cruiser that looks like that. I think that's one of them. The Ford Everest. Like, why can't we have those, Ford? That's cooler than like an Explorer, you know? So I'm about to leave the hotel, and I went to unplug the power thing for my iPad, and this happened, which is basically took the outlet with it. So this Hilton in Manila has been really nice. Just maybe I'm a bit bull moose-ish for the electronics. I don't know. So now what we're doing, I don't know what I said in that last clip, but it's not the end of the video because there wasn't really enough there to do a whole video about that dealer. As cool as it was, just a little shop, you know, one of two. We put that back there. It never happened. It's totally fine. So what I'm doing now is grabbing the equivalent of a Filipino Uber, which is called a Grab. Go to the airport, go to Singapore. I think that's 3.5, 4 hour flight. And then I'm there for a week. And then I start the journey home on Sunday which puts me in LA because of the loss of time. It's like 21 hours travel time. Yay! From Singapore to LA because I stop in Manila again because I'm flying Philippine Airlines. And then I stop for a night just to grab some sleep for a couple hours and then head back to Florida on the Monday. Monday? Tuesday. Monday. No, I get the time back. So I leave Sunday and land Sunday, but it's still 21 hours. Your brain cannot wrap yourself around this stuff. So then on Monday, I'll get home like a damn near midnight in South Florida. So I have to repack and head to the airport. And then I guess the next clip will be, we're going to do some cool stuff in Singapore. I want to go to the Long Bar, which is at a swanky hotel called the Raffle. It's where they actually invented the Singapore sling. So I want to do that. And then we'll do some other stuff. But food is phenomenal in Singapore, and Fat Guy's excited about that. So we'll check in next at a different island. Landed in Singapore. I'm looking at a billboard that this is kind of my area of expertise and doesn't build like confidence. Yeah, when I look at that ad, those dudes, I think branding and marketing excellence. No question about it. So fun fact, this is actually supposed to be one of those beautiful airports in the world. Like there's a multi-story waterfall thing that falls from I don't know. Maybe we'll get on the way back. We don't get it this time, but it's supposed to be truly incredible. Can you see how tired of traveling I am? I look like a corpse. I have to grab my cab, but here it is. Not your typical airport stuff. Pretty amazing. I freaking hate airports, but this is pretty and like a high-end mall. We're back in that Vietnam hot, as my dad described. It's only like 90 or something like that, but it's 3,000% humidity. Like as a South Floridian, this is bad. There's a lot of money in Singapore, so this is nothing like other places I visit. Like it's very pretty. It's very there's a lot of wealth, you can tell, you know. Okay, so as far as like Asian hotel rooms go, I should have done the one in Manila. It was pretty cool. This is good. I'm at the Shangri-La, which is a high-end hotel chain all over Asia, and they have in like London, New York, this and the other, but it's a pretty cool little room. No place I would stay if it was on my dime. This is where my work is actually happening, is in this hotel, so it's a little highfalutin. Weird little couch, bed, TV, but rattan, wicker, like your parents' furniture outside years ago. And then this dramatic little makeup table, like I can sit there and go, I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. DeMille. And then where I'll be spending a lot of my time right here, working over the next couple of days, and then meetings. No, I am not a contract killer. I get asked that a lot. Like to be. If anybody knows how to break into that industry, you let me know, because right amount of money, I can end some lives. You know what I'm saying? Okay, a kettle and a weird little coffee maker, but like water in cartons is strange. That's a new one by me. I haven't run into that one. Pro Monkey tips for international travel into Asia and South America, and I've been pretty much everywhere. Shower with your mouth closed. Don't open your mouth. And if water gets in your mouth, not body, if anybody gets in your mouth, no, if any water gets in your mouth, spit it out immediately. Avoid ice. No ice. Either drink drinks refrigerated or warm. Right? Things you never think of and how they get you every time. Salads. Don't eat salads. Really fruit can be, vegetables that aren't cooked are a problem. You're trying to avoid water here. I am really good at not getting sick when I travel. Mexico got me last year, and I think it was a salad I forgot. And I ate, and I was in trouble the next couple of days. So what I'm gonna do now is get unpacked, because my last leg of my trip in Manila was just a stopover and a visit I was doing. So this is like where I'm going to be for like 8 nights, I think. So I'm going to actually unpack, unload, hang everything, all that sort of stuff, move in of sorts. And then go to a bar, I think. And tomorrow is when I think I'm going to try to go to the Long Bar and have a Singapore sling, and then maybe go to the Harley dealership here. I don't know. I don't have any plans, or I'm not a very good tourist, especially when I'm alone. If Mrs. Monkey were here, she would be on the net with plans and ideas and things to see and all that kind of stuff. And I just really suck as a tourist when I'm alone. This is work. I need to get my work done. I will get the hell out of here. That's the way I operate. So let everything unpacked, and then you'll see me tomorrow. Unless a fun thing happens at a bar tonight. Interesting facts about Singapore. Chewing gum is illegal in the country. No chewing gum is allowed. If you have gum and you spit it out, you're going to jail. They're very, very, they still cane people here. Smoking, I think, is illegal. If not, then it's, you know, very, very special. But this entire hotel, even in the rooms outside, there's no smoking anywhere on the property. Spitting is like, you'll go to jail. It's really, really intense, but beautiful. I should have videoed some, and I'll get some more later, but it's just like, it's the prettiest, I hope I don't offend anybody. It's the cleanest and most beautiful place I've ever been to in Asia. It looks like Miami in Asia, you know, but, yeah, so we get to work and then we'll check back in a bit when I'm doing this. Is that real fruit or fake fruit? What is that? That's gotta be wax. Is it? It's not wax. And a gift. I bet it's chocolates. Those aren't plastic. We're gonna get into that. Fat guy loves little gifts. I don't know. Well, we'll do that later. You know how I just said don't eat fruit? Yeah. We'll find out if I'm violently sick later. It's good. All right. Silly ass work is done for today. I guess we'll go to the Harley shop here. It looks like more of a dealership. So the other place we went to in Manila was, you know, more t-shirts and a couple bikes and services someplace else. This seems like a full service dealership here of a decent size. So let's go check. I don't remember the name. I'm going to get into like a nondescript cab where I could be killed and we'll just head toward the Harley dealership. I'm sure it's fine. Damn, the backseat of a Mazda 3 is small. So we're here and it's rather high end. I mean, like the one in Manila, we talked about how it was in the same building as Shangri-La Residences. This is next door to a Maserati dealer and a Ferrari dealer and a Mini and Bentley and Rolls Royce. Like this is all like very high end, which I guess in other countries Harley is, you know. Well, it is in the States too, but especially in Asia. So I don't know what that little building is, but here is the dealer. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So there is a service center here and all that. So there's Renault. There's a Renault dealer right there. It's all about little French cars. Sorry for the noise, but they're doing stuff. So it's freaking gorgeous here in Singapore. Not like a lot of places I go. I mean, very, very clean and manicured and cool. And oh, look, a little night there. I'm not sure what the grand opening. Wait, when did this open? All these flowers are for the grand opening of this place. I didn't know this was a thing. I had a video of this. So like handlebars for door handles, pretty cool. So they've been open for 6 weeks, but their grand opening was Sunday, and it's now Monday. Yep, that was yesterday. Okay, so the grand opening was yesterday, but they've been open for 6 weeks. It's nice. Like it's very, very cool. As you can imagine, bikes. The city's really popular here. They have a little tiny tour pack that I think maybe goes for that. I'm not sure. It's that. I've never seen this before. Asian market tour pack for Nightster or something? I don't know. Fat Bob, Fat Boy, Road King, Road Glide, Nightster. The t-shirts are a little, brother, for my taste, but cool though, some of them. No idea what's going on with this guy. That's interesting. They're even still putting stuff out here. But they have something I've never seen before in a dealership. And this is a helmet sanitizing machine. Put your helmet in there. It cleans it, puts fragrances. Do you pick? No. UV? What? Some of y'all need that. There's like Push the Limits on over here too. Love that series. If you haven't found it on YouTube, Push the Limit, all the race series, really, really good. I like this like representation of the colors and stuff. Pretty cool. But little one got something. The experience of dealers is always different, overseas. American walks in, I'm sure that we do all the time to buy t-shirts and stuff, and they just haven't figured that out yet. So they had a couple t-shirts that were, let's be honest, fat American size, but they were a little hell yeah brother for my taste. So only got one for the little one. That's cool. She'll love this. Nothing they were like selling out of women's t-shirts. They were telling me that, like I said before, like women's shirts never have the destination on the back. Not often enough. They actually had some, and they'd sold out of all the women's sizes. There was nothing left but a couple, tinier ones and stuff, which was good for the little one. But dealers, you need women's destination shirts, you know, like women travel, men travel and get something for the wife. Like, have the stuff, man. It's not just dudes who want that, but brand new dealership. Pretty cool. Now I'm going to go back to the bar and overserve myself. Found that interesting, like a service door, but then there's like a Carlsberg beer being set up. Pretty slick looking street bob right there. What is that rear fender? That's pretty cool. All molded into the mount and everything. That's pretty slick. Also on the glass, you got a little bit of club action. These pythons, etc., etc. Alright. That's like you see. Never seen a dealer that lets dudes stick their club stickers and stuff on the glass. Maybe it just means something different over here. Wouldn't fly too well in Florida. And with that, we're back in my nice little air-conditioned room. I had a great chat with it's not Uber, it's called Grab here. Great chat with the driver on the way back. He was telling me that any group of motorcycles of 5 or more after dark will get stopped by a police officer. Because any sort of club activity is outlawed here, which is interesting because, like I said, there were stickers. I showed in the video stickers on the glass of like different clubs from, one of them said Thailand, et cetera, et cetera. But evidently, motorcycle clubs are outlawed in Singapore. It's not allowed. And if you ride in a group of 5 bikes or more after dark, you're going to get stopped. They're going to check papers. Where are you going? They're just going to assume you're out to cause trouble and get into a fight. Interesting stuff. So it's time for my work to begin. Boss will be here tomorrow. It'll be a lot of the two of us hanging out and stuff. I don't know how much video stuff I'll do. I still want to go to the longboard bar where the Singapore Sling was invented, which is a drink. On the Cycle Source Grease and Gears chat Sunday night, they thought it was not a drink, that it was some sort of maneuver of some kind. No, it's a drink. But if I get to go do that, I'll film it. But I figure, I hope you enjoy this stuff. Let me know. I mean, I like going to dealers from all over the world. I think it's fun for me if I got nothing else to do. I suck as a solo tourist. I'm not real good at that stuff, but I don't like tours and walking tours. And this building was built, I just don't care. You know what I mean? I'm not that interested in that stuff. So I like to just drive around and look, and I don't have a car in Singapore because I would cause a 12-car pileup. But anyway, so I love you all to death. Thanks for watching this stuff. Comment down below any questions or thoughts. If you thought this sucked, let me know. If you thought it was great, let me know. I don't know. So love you all to death. Take care of each other. We'll talk soon.